Hey, Connell Barrett here with Dating Transformation, helping you attract amazing women as your most confident, authentic self. And today I want to talk to you about the two superpowers of success with women in dating. The two qualities that if you add these to your life, to your love life, you will transform everything. Everything will change for the better. Okay, so before I get to that, please make sure you like and subscribe down below and let people know about this channel if you're digging the content. So let's talk about these two superpowers, because I've been coaching men all over the world for 5+ years now. And I've been studying success with women for a decade. And as I coach clients in South Africa, in India, all over the US, pretty much all over the world, I see a lot of patterns. As Tony Robbins says, you have to be an idiot not to see certain patterns after a while in terms of what works in a given area. In your case, success with women in dating. So the two most powerful powers you can have, I'm about to tell you about. And they're very simple. It's authenticity and it's action, taking action. Those are the two forces that if you combine authenticity and action, your entire dating life will change. You will meet and attract amazing women, and you'll be able to do it from your core, from your true self, from the inside, instead of feeling like you have to be something you're not, be some alpha male, or feel like you're not enough, and feel like you can't even talk to women or go on dates or have success because somehow you're not enough. And let me tell you a story about my first superstar success story, a guy I coached by the name of Ken. Ken came to me a few years back, and he was and is an associate professor at a college on the East Coast. And Ken has a Jonah Hill type vibe, okay? He's funny, he's a little bit shorter than average, he's a little bit chubby, and he's got a very cool, quirky sense of humor. But when Ken came to me, he had never had a girlfriend, he'd never even kissed a girl, and he was still a virgin. He was that inexperienced. And the reason those things had happened to him, the reason why he had no dating success, is because he told himself certain stories about himself. He told himself that he was not enough. The authentic Ken was not enough to have success with women, and because of that, he did not take action. He'd never even tried. He didn't ask girls out. He didn't approach. He only dabbled in online dating, didn't get the kinds of responses he wanted from online dating, and he basically just gave up. He stopped trying. So what happens when you believe you're not enough? When you believe your authentic self is not enough for women, you don't take action, you don't believe in yourself, and self-doubt wins. Okay? So Ken came to me because he was in his late 20s, mid-20s, and had had no success, and he was ready to start taking action. But Ken thought that he had to be some kind of pickup artist, player type guy, and that's not what works with women. Quite the opposite. What works is being authentic, putting your real personality out there. And Ken and I went out into New York City for 3 straight nights, and he started taking massive action, but he didn't just take massive action. He put his real personality out there. Ken likes knock-knock jokes. Ken is a philosophy expert. He knows ancient philosophy and can quote Plato and Aristotle. You know, most guys can quote Homer Simpson. Ken can quote Homer, Homer's Odyssey. That's how smart and awesome he is, but he was hiding that self. He wasn't putting his real self out there. So Ken and I went out together for 3 nights in New York City. He took massive action, and something shifted inside of him. All of a sudden, he realized that women were liking his knock-knock jokes. Women were charmed by his dry sense of humor, his quoting philosophy, his silliness. He likes puns. He's got a very silly sense of humor. But because he was channeling this clear, awesome, authentic energy and taking action, he was getting phone numbers. Women were grabbing his phone and punching their numbers into his phone and saying, "You better call me. You better take me out." And it was on my last night working with Ken, we went on top of a rooftop bar, called the Brass Monkey in New York City. And I watched Ken approach a beautiful woman in a yellow dress. And she looked a little bit like Gwyneth Paltrow, like a Gwyneth Paltrow's sister might look. Gorgeous, tall, beautiful, the most attractive woman in the entire bar. I watched Ken approach, and a couple minutes later, I'm looking down on my phone, I'm looking up, I'm just monitoring how my client's doing. And then I look up and I see Ken making out with Gwyneth, quote unquote Gwyneth, this beautiful woman. And by the way, Ken is about 5'7". This woman is about 5'10", was about 5'10". So she's towering over him. He's literally on his tiptoes as they're kissing. The very first kiss of his life. He'd never even kissed a girl before that moment. And I had never knowingly watched and witnessed a man having the very first kiss of his entire life. It was actually so private and so personal, I kind of wanted to turn away to give them their moment, but I also couldn't stop because I was so happy for him, so proud of him. Because in that moment, I could sort of see the story that he would tell himself about his attractiveness and his worth. That story just kind of disintegrated, and a new story was written, which is that my authentic self is enough for beautiful women. And when you combine authenticity and taking action, you can have the kind of success that Ken had. And he didn't date that Gwyneth woman for very long. It was just a bar makeout, but he was walking home that night 2 feet off of the ground. So the lessons here are: put your real self out there. Be authentic. Don't hide your personality. Don't hide your sense of humor. Let women see the real you, and also take massive action. Get out there, put yourself out there in front of women, and it's just a matter of time before these two superpowers, authenticity and action, lead to your breakthrough and your amazing, life-changing moments with women. It's a beautiful thing. Okay, end of the lesson. Hope you like that. If you want to learn more about how to attract women with total authenticity, I want you to click on the link below, or just go to datingtransformation.com/training. You're going to get to watch for free a 45-minute free masterclass training session that I've done, all about the 5 shifts you need to make in order to get a great girlfriend, be yourself, create connection in a genuine way with women, and always doing it as your authentic self. So check out the link below, watch the free masterclass about the 5 shifts, and that's it. Talk to you soon.